6 minutes before I need to run outside. I've never taken a shit in 6 minutes.
Right. Yeah, we're good.
But I also knew that I was not going to make it. If the bus is late, I am going to shit in somebody's bush.
That is, yeah, I've been there.
And they have video cameras, and I didn't really want to be on fucking neighbors.com or whatever that fucking site is. Is that what it's called?
I don't fucking know, but
not neighbors. What's the fucking the app? No, not Ring. No, the neighborhood app that you can go in and you put in where you live, and then everybody in the neighborhood can like, hey, there's a creepy guy knocking on doors, or
there's
a fucking app for that. It's neighbors.
If we had that, it would just be about crackheads.
Yeah, well, that would be the fucking great part.
Yeah,
I can read my phone. I have it, or maybe I deleted it because it was stupid. What the fuck is it called, dude? No, that's your thing.
Yeah, but they created kind of like their own social network off of it based on neighborhoods. Yeah.
I wish my cameras worked like Ring cameras where they're like running all the time. Like mine are all motion activated. So
I'm going to update mine. I've been shooting these dogs with pellet guns. Keep coming in my yard.
I know you, didn't you teach Max how to do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck does anybody know what that app is called?
Right now, my shits are like, you can't get the full one out. And then your legs go numb. You're like, I can't sit here for fucking ever. I got shit to do. Then you stand up, your ass is like, but wait, there's more.
Wait,
like, what are we doing?
That's the way it was.
Two adults, Chris and Daryl, yeah, they run shit. Current world events and forever on some dumb shit. Fun lit with a Bush Light, especially, even though they always getting banned, allegedly. Crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. And you know they hold it down like it's two ropes. So crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. Taking over in the game, bringing new hope.
Get drunk, talk shit. Welcome everybody to Dolts Podcast. It's been a while. I got to tell you, I was a little nervous.
3 fucking weeks, dude. Yeah, I just went back to look to see what I was wearing last time because I forget because I'm usually drunk.
Yeah,
out, and I was like, I went to the page and I'm scrolling. Last thing we put up was a fucking video while we were golfing.
Yes. Yeah.
That was 3 weekends ago.
Yeah. But I always get like, man, are we going to forget how to talk to each other? But we talk to each other every day anyways. So it doesn't really matter. And when we talk to each other, it's worse than this, which is a very average thing to do. But yeah, I've had this, like, I went to Chili's. As we do on Fridays.
Huge shock.
As we do. I'm a creature of habit. And I get the choose two platter, which is, you're supposed to make like little tacos out of it. You know, where you like build your own thing. It comes in like the saucy thing. Yeah.
The skillet.
Okay. But I just eat it. I just eat the rice and I eat I do double shrimps and the peppers, and I am brewing something in my belly that is heinous. But nevertheless, we press on.
We went to Chili's and I could sit
about Chili's.
I could sit at the bar and eat chips and salsa.
Yeah.
For about 7 hours.
Sure.
And either drink margaritas or crush 2-for-1 beers. But if I'm sitting at the bar, please bring me my beers one at a time. So the second one's not getting warm.
Of course.
The menu is. So
yeah,
it's tough. I'm not going to Chili's to get a fucking burger. Half the time I don't want what you just ordered. But the one time Chris and I went, I'm like, let's just go fucking grab some margaritas or something. And we went and grabbed margaritas or something. And then we ordered one of those things, that plate with it, everything, like you said, comes out in a fucking skillet, and then all your sides come separate, and the thing takes up half the table.
It does. Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised how good it was.
It was. Yeah. The way
like,
they season the shrimps,
I'm like,
delicious.
Yeah. And we got like steak, and there's like chicken and brisket and all sorts of shit to throw on there, and then the rice and the fucking beans and
I think
the shrimps and all that shit.
I never touched the beans, and today I ate the whole beans. And that whole thing that beans make you fart, that's true.
Yeah, it is true.
Some stereotypes are true. Chinese people can't drive. Black people have huge cocks. Beans make you fart. I mean, there's
nothing about it. They just
we just got to be okay with it. We have to be okay with it. But yeah, I shouldn't have touched the beans. But it's a great place to go with kids too, because they got those little handheld video game things. So the kids are playing tic-tac-toe against each other. They're hanging out. And I'm just sitting there. I have one beer, eat some scrimps, fucking call it a day. Come home, take a little nap. In my old age, I used to not be a napper. Now I'm a napper. Not
Dude,
like
I love it.
what my grandfather used to call the Viet Cong.
Fridays are starting to fuck me up because before I used to just
Power through.
go to well, this is before I even went to the gym, or I'd go to the gym, I'd come home, and then I'd go to Vin, take one of the kids to school, usually Aubrey, because that's when she was the first one there. And I'd go to Vinny's at 7:30.
Yep.
And I would drink beer till 10 o'clock. I'd go play poker all day. I'd come home hammered most of the time, eat dinner, whatever, and then drink more beer.
Home,
yeah,
and then totally forget what you talked about.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I haven't talked to you in days. I'm like, we just talked 3 hours ago. No, we didn't.
Yeah,
look at my phone. I'm like, dude, I called you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then boom, into a podcast where we fucking rage through alcohol all night, and I get punished. So lately, it's like I've been going to the gym, coming home, have breakfast, go to Vinny's, have a few beers, come home at like 10. Like today, I called you at 10 o'clock. I was already on my way home. I had 4 beers, and I came home and I took 2 fucking nighttime Sudafeds. That's my new trick now to get me to sleep, because I'm.
You know what Miles has been telling me? He takes like NyQuil pills.
Yeah, that's what these are. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, gee.
Not Dayquil, NyQuil, the green ones, and fucking good night, Irene. And I didn't wake up till 3:45 this afternoon. And the only reason I woke up because I had a massive piss boner. And I went and took a piss, and Brady's fucking right behind me because he just got home from school. He's like, "Are you staying up?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No, I'm going back to bed. My alarm didn't go off yet." And I'm like, "Ugh." He wanted to play video games. I'm like, "Fuck off. I'm going. My dick's out. Please leave."
Yeah. You have no privacy.
Why are you standing funny? Well, I have a piss boner, and these things aren't easy to aim. They're hard.
Yeah. You got to almost do a handstand.
Yeah. And I went back and fucking tapped out for another hour. But I woke up and I'm like, I told Chris, I'm like, I feel almost hungover.
Yeah.
From sleeping like that in the middle of the day. I'm never sleep like that. And I'm like, it's throwing me off.
So I typically try to wrap up like meetings by like 3. The kids get home at 3:30 from the bus. So I go upstairs, turn on like fucking some arbitrary bullshit show. Like How I Met Your Mother is the one I'm watching now.
Oh, I love that show.
It's a good show. It's not bad. It's
not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. And I'll put that on and I'll set my alarm for like 3:28, and I'll get probably a good 15 minutes solid, like where you're drooling all over yourself, fucking nap, you know? And then the door opens, kids are home, and I help them with their homework. Then it's time to get them ready for practices and all that kind of shit. But man, I am falling in love with naps. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not going to say I'm not the best, but I'm working on it.
Yeah. Like last night I had before work, I had to meet my buddy at Vinny's and drop him off a football helmet. I'm like, all right, I'll just leave early. And I was like, I slept in because it was Thursday. I didn't have the gym. So I slept in, got up and did my shit. And we had dinner. And I was like, if I got to leave here at like 8, man, I'm going to get an hour and a half. And I got to fight it. I got to go lay down in bed and fight to fall asleep for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just sat in my recliner, leaned it back, turned the heat on. Next thing you know, I was fucking out. My alarm went off at like 8-ish. I'm like, I got an hour. Basically, I got a solid hour and a half of sleep. And I'm like, but I got to work. I felt like shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I forced it. And I was like,
I've been waking up at like without warning and for no fucking reason, like 2:58 in the morning, I'll wake up.
Yeah.
Like, and it feels like I slept for 7 hours, but I'll go to bed sometimes 11:30, midnight, get 2 hours of like pretty good sleep, and I'll wake up like that. And then I'm kind of fucked because it's hard for me to go back to sleep. So then I typically get out of bed, I go lay on the couch, put on some bullshit show. And that's the trouble with like timeline based shows. Like How I Met Your Mother is very timeline based. Seinfeld, you can kind of just drop into an episode and it's there, right? But I've been like, I'll fall asleep through like 7 shows, and then I'll have to go, well, wait a minute, fucking that hot bitch was dating Ted, and now she's fucking Barney, and like, okay, now I gotta go all the way back, you know? You can just tell, like,
Sherbatsky.
She is hot as balls.
I know. She's Canadian, eh?
And she wears those, like, they were like, okay, your face is pretty, but your boobs prettier. And they dress her in the perfect outfits.
Yeah.
She is hot.
Yep.
I don't think the girl from American Pie is very attractive, nor have I ever thought she was attractive.
Whoa! What's up, Mom?
Sighting. Hi, Mom.
Wake up at 3 a.m. almost every night. What do you do at 3 a.m.? Oh, no, there's a moth.
I think she jacks it.
I doubt.
No.
No.
But yeah, for some reason, I just wake up at 3 a.m. Just wide awake. And I'll have all these great ideas. The worst for me is like I'll wake up and I go, fuck it, I'm going to try to go back to sleep. And then I start doing the work in my brain that I have to do in the morning. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go downstairs and start working.
My problem is trying to squeeze in a nap if I know when I wake up, I have something going on.
Yeah. Same.
Like Monday, I'm going to go into work Sunday night at 8, get done at 4 because I have to be at the golf course by 9. So if I get home, I got 4-hour window where I could catch some sleep.
But you're already in your head over it.
I'm already in my head because by the time I get home, it's going to be 4:15. I know I got to get up for golf. I'm going to be worried about everything I have going on. I'm going to lay there and just fucking toss and turn.
That's why I'm
and
not.
If I take NyQuil, I'm never going to wake up.
I know my mom's watching, but this is why I'm not good at sex dates. If oh man, I watch TV. Yeah, Mom, I do the same thing. We're the same person.
Kelly, what do you watch? It's going to take you a while to hear that through your audio phone, and
she will say
type it
before she
on
types
your typewriter and then fax it to Facebook. So we'll just keep talking while
she'll watch. It'll be some sort of crime-based show.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what her answer is because I got.
She's into the CSIs, the NCSIs, the
like
anything with is it an acronym?
Yeah,
anything with an acronym.
Those aren't. Are they? No.
Yeah, NCSI. Yeah, like North
initials. No. Yeah. What's up, Phil?
Phildo, what's up? But yeah, it's becoming a problem. So I think I'm going to start drugging myself. You know,
I used I was taking melatonin, like the gummies.
Melatonin. I wake up at 4 and I'm wide the fuck awake.
They haven't been doing it lately, and I remember when I was just a little bit sick, I took that NyQuil, and I fucking slept for 3 weeks. It felt like Rip Van Winkle type sleep. So like the other day, I'm like, I need some fucking sleep. And I'm like, I'm taking this shit. I'm sitting there in the bed. Usually doom scroll for about 10, 15 minutes. I make sure my alarm's set. And then I just flip my phone over and I lay down and get comfy and wrap up my blankie and get ready for the sleep to come. And the other day, I don't remember anything. I was like out so fucking fast and I slept. Like usually I have to get up and take a piss.
Right.
I try to pee like 5 times before I leave work. As soon as I get home, take care of my shit, put my shit away. And I walk in the bathroom and I just try to push whatever piss I can get out. Because I know I'm going to wake up. Fucking today, dude, I had 4 beers. I pissed 27 beers out. I have no idea where it came from.
How that works. I don't know how the math works.
Yeah, piss math is so difficult to figure out. It's like Common Core.
The worst is when you get woken up because you got a dump. And now, now it's going to be an ordeal.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. And I know your bathroom downstairs does not have a shower, but
no.
Piss boners are a real thing, and they're a problem.
So they are.
There has been times where I turn on the shower, point it towards the wall, just let it fly.
Yeah.
When this one bar was going out of business, they kind of had this like auction for anything, like anything that's bolted down, fucking you can buy it. And they had like 30 urinals in that place, and I thought it'd be badass to have a fucking urinal.
Yeah.
And I got
the next house.
Yeah, and I can put one down in the basement. But I did not bid on it. They were selling for like $100 though.
Yeah. Sammy's he put one in, he put a bathroom in downstairs by his poker room. He's got big problems because I think it's gotta go up. It's what they call like the up flush.
Yeah.
So those things, he goes, it was overflowing all the time.
I bet. Yeah.
Like at my parents' house, they have one too. That's why they say don't throw toilet paper in it, nothing. You can piss in it, it'll pull it up. You can watch it go through the fucking tube. It's pretty cool. And
it's like the bank.
Yeah. But anybody with any sort of like upflush, that the pressure, there's just not enough pressure there.
I didn't realize when we stopped at your mom's house, or your parents' house, for the parade. I think I walked past an outhouse at their house. Right? Do they have an outhouse? They
got a porta potty.
Yeah, and I just pissed.
It's behind the building
on the side of the house.
Yeah.
And then I walked. I'm like, I think that's a potty. I should have went.
I do the same thing. I walk right to the end of the building and piss in the bushes.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. I never go in that thing. That's basically for women and shit. But my dad goes in there, but I piss in the bushes. I'm like, we're all here. I'm adults. Down here. There's nobody seeing my dick.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, somebody comes around the end of the building. Surprise! I just fucking hose all over them.
I can't stop coming.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Oh,
yeah. So Oh, so let's talk. Let's. So we haven't done a podcast since golf. Was it after golf that we went to that one place where the guy was playing live music? I believe it was, because we were wearing our shirts. Yes. Okay. So let me just set the table for you, and we'll get through the topic that you don't care about. I request Oasis. The guy sings Wonderwall. He does a great job. We go out. We have a couple beers. We get back to the house, and I'm dead because I know I got to drive 12 hours the next day. Daryl was feeding me pizza on the couch like I'm fucking Julius Caesar with grapes.
I wish you could put pictures in the comments.
And you're like, hey, let's hang out and let's drink because Tracy was over there. I'm like, nope.
Tracy is Ryan Tracy.
Yeah. I'm like, nope. I'm out. I'm going to sleep. Wake up in the morning and I start like, just perusing a little bit of stuff before I get on the road, and I start seeing. Rumor has it Oasis is getting back together. Rumor has it this is happening. Rumor has it the brothers met. And for 16 fucking years, I've been going anywhere in the world that they're going to, if they ever get back together, I'm in. And this is what happened. They kind of broke up because
they're
the
fucking
singer,
British cunts.
Yes. And brother bands never work. The Black Crowes always
family
fall.
bands never work, dude.
No. Except the Partridge Family, but they were all fucking each other.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So they broke up mainly because the singer didn't like the wife of the brother that writes the songs. But like 8 months ago, they got divorced, and I was like, "Here it comes. We're gonna see it happen." Driving home, stop, grab a little lunch, hop on like all the little British
things. Did you get any boiled eggs?
I did not get any eggs. Yeah, that was a bad move. What kind of asshole gets hard-boiled eggs at a gas station? Oh, me. Got it. Yeah, so they got back together, and it's been great. This picture is the first time they've been in a room together in 16 years. They haven't spoken in 16 years.
And one of them doesn't do anything, and the other one just shits all over them, right?
So
now, hang on. Noel and Liam are the brothers, right? I do
Yeah.
know that. Last name Gallagher, like Frank Gallagher from Shameless. I don't know anything about Oasis except for their music sucks. You have a fascination with British people. I don't get it. Whatever.
My mom started
That's
it.
great.
My mom started with the Beatles.
Fantastic. That's your thing. That's your thing.
Yeah.
I shit on it. My thing is EDM music. You shit on it. We're best friends. It's what we do.
Yep.
I am very happy you got those tickets.
Thank you.
I'm like ecstatic for you. I hope you paid a lot of money for them. I hope this whole trip is very expensive because then you're going to be like, it was worth every penny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be happy for you.
I'm a man.
When you're there and you start fucking posting videos and everything, I am going to like block you. For a few days because I don't want to see it.
I think
or hear it. Fucking terrible.
I think for that kind of thing, like, so next week I'm going to this country music thing. I'm sure I'll post a couple of videos of whoever's singing and stuff like that or whatever. But I think I'm just going to keep the phone in the pocket the whole time.
You got to take some pictures, dude.
I'll take a couple, but like, I think sometimes when you look through the window of the phone, you're completely out of the moment.
I did that and I fucked that up when I was at Metallica.
Yeah.
I was so excited that I was going to see Metallica again in Buffalo. And it's like my 5th or 6th time seeing them. And it was going to be the last time I was ever going to go to pay for any sort of concert. Because the only concert I'm going to pay for now is if Biggie reincarnates himself and shows back up. That would be it. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about rap these days. I hate live music. I don't get into bands. Metallica was from my youth.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a fuck ton of fucking videos and pictures that I'm never going to look at again.
Yeah. And so
I lost that moment.
It might be better just to be stuck in the moment and just take it all in.
Yeah. I made a mistake there and I figured that out after.
So, but my tickets that I got, apparently they're trying to pass a law in England, which I kind of agree with, where you can only resell tickets at face value.
I'm hearing that's the thing now. Yeah.
Which I kind of agree with, or maybe set a cap to it on resale sites or something like that,
Well, there's ways around don't use those sites.
Yeah, but this was like, I think 20 million people tried to get tickets for 14 shows.
Yeah.
Now, whether you like them or not, that's pretty fucking impressive. 14
is.
million people in a country with what's England got? 30 million people? I don't fucking know. Like, England's kind of small, you know?
Yeah.
So I go to this other site because I couldn't get into the ballot, they called it. Every time I tried to go to the ballot site, it was crashing. What?
Nothing. I have to find some information for the show to show probably the second show. So we'll talk in between shows.
So
thanks.
I keep going to this ballot site and I can't get to it. And so I'm like, fuck it. So I'm not gonna get tickets. I'm okay with that. I wake up slightly majorly hungover the next morning because I was trying to stay up on Friday till 3 o'clock in the morning to go buy them at 9 o'clock in the morning in fucking England. And I start looking and I see this website called like Viagogo or something like that. And there are seats available, but they're really expensive. And the ones that I wanted were going to be $6,500 a ticket. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I love Oasis, my favorite band. But is it worth getting divorced over it? Probably. So I ended up buying tickets. They were $1,500 a piece. Good on the guy that got in the ballot. Good on the guy that bought the tickets. Good on the guy that's going to make, $2,900 profit. So yeah, I believe in a capitalist society. You got to be okay with that, So I'm okay with it. I have the money. This guy probably doesn't. Great. It's a fair exchange. Your wife doesn't want to give you a BJ? Outsource it. Pay for someone to do it. Capitalist society, not cheating because you paid.
Yeah.
So I get them, and then all of a sudden I start seeing the shit like England's gonna outlaw resale at marked up prices, and I'm like, well, what is that? Now I can get a refund for the tickets. I don't want a refund. I want the fucking tickets.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Rumor has it they're coming to the States. If they play the Sphere, motherfucker, I'm going to be there.
I was just talking about Vegas. I'm in a bunch of Vegas groups just so I keep tabs on what's going on out there.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to go for my 50th birthday. Didn't happen. We were supposed to go
about 3 years in a row.
Yeah. And then I was supposed to go this year as a makeup trip. Didn't end up going. So I'm kind of bitter about it. But the thing I'm not bitter about is seeing how ungodly expensive it is.
Yeah, for anything.
And I'm seeing more and more people say, if you want to go to Vegas and still experience it, pick your hotel, gamble off the strip.
Yeah.
There's like a South Point casino. There's the Green Valley Ranch or whatever. They're like, go there. The drinks are a third of the price.
Well, what's that weird place that we went with the Uber driver? Like
Fremont. Yeah.
Still, you can get a fucking steak for $5 there,
Not anymore.
Okay, maybe it's 20, but it's not 100,
No, but there is still places. I mean, and there's people that post in that group every month. Hey, here's the deals for coming up. Like the last week of September, they'll be like, here's October deals. And it starts at the $1, like the cheapest thing you get for $1. $1 hot dogs here, $1 beers here. And it goes up and it's like $20, 3 hours open bar at Blondie's. I'm like, I need to find fucking Blondie's. And like, you sit at you order a drink, you go to a nightclub, dude, a fucking rum and Coke's like $67. And so it's this big. I'm like, I'm not paying those prices. I'm not.
So we were taking the kids to this place called Beer Park, which is right on the strip. And I think it connects to Planet Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken. But they got free video games like NFL Blitz, like stand-up arcade games. So the kids are going off and it's really safe. It's not sketchy. It's upstairs.
Is that done by the high roller? The roller coaster?
Yes. Yeah.
That's I forgot the promenade or whatever the hell they call it. That's basically you were down where we were for that beer blast.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And it's a cool spot. But you're paying $18 for a 24-ounce beer.
Same price you're paying at a fucking Bills game, though, dude.
Yeah, but you're not, and also like their kids are entertained. They got live music going on. I'm a live music guy. You're not. Yeah. So everyone's having a good time. And sure, every time we went there was $150, but Tanya and I were able to hang out. The kids had a good time. The worst thing is you're walking around with your fucking kids. They're having the worst fucking time of their lives.
Don't take
And then
kids to Vegas, bro.
yeah, I learned that fucking lesson. My bad. But we got to go to the Grand Canyon. That was cool. That's an experience that we won't forget, and it was great. Although the driver for the narrator for the bus for the Grand Canyon is a wannabe stand-up. So he's like doing quasi stand-up jokes.
Oh,
You know?
I got a comedy story for you.
Oh, go ahead.
So this morning we're sitting at Vinny's, me and Kyle,
Okay.
and in the regulars, and we always watch Reba on Fridays. Donna's
My
got
mom
Reba.
loves that show.
It's not good.
The dude from the
Shameless.
Gallagher show. Yeah,
Yes,
Shameless is in it.
yeah. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then you have the daughter Cheyenne, who
Pretty hot.
not pretty hot, ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
Married to Nick Swisher. I can't remember her fucking name. She got like 3 names, whatever. She's so hot. But it's a funny show. And somebody's fucking brother from one of the characters comes in. It's fucking, I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, it's Brian Callen.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, at first I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, I know that guy. As soon as he talked, I'm like, fucking Callen. So I lean over to Kyle, sitting next to me. I'm like, see that fucking dude? I says, Bum hung out and drank with him. No fucking way. I'm like, yeah, dude. He went to his comedy show and they ended up at the same bar. And Chris went up just being Chris, fucking fanboy, and walked up and talked to him. And he goes, next thing you know, they're hanging out drinking. And then you guys ran into each other a few years later or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. He's like, I go, that's his little, brush with fame, one of. And he's like, no fucking shit. I'm like, yeah, dude. You recognize Callen everywhere. I go, remember The Hangover? I go, he was the guy that fucking ran the wedding chapel.
He plays 3 different characters in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. And then in Hangover 2, he's the strip club owner with the guns.
Yeah. He's just so he's really good friends with Todd Phillips, who directed Hangover. Yeah. And he was also in The Joker. Todd Phillips directed that too.
The new one, right?
Yeah, but one of the nicest guys ever. Now, to be fair, to tell a story accurately, he didn't drink with us the night that we saw him in Atlanta, but we're in this fucking place. He actually walked up to us because like we look like normal people, I guess. And he's like, "What's up, guys?" I'm like, "Hey, we just drove from fucking Raleigh, North Carolina to see you." And he's like, "No shit." I'm like, "Yeah, we saw you in Raleigh." And I'm telling you, man, from a non-arena based, like under the radar, and it's a shame that he's under the radar, under the radar guy that never really got the true shine that he deserved. His stand-up comedy is it's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. He's so fucking funny and so worth seeing. So if wherever you are, whoever you're listening, if you ever see Brian Callen up, you're going to pay $10 a ticket, $15 a ticket. And you will I laughed so hard that the next day I felt like someone hit my chest with a fucking broomstick. Everything was sore. But yeah, we're hanging out and we're in this weird club. They got like, it wasn't a nightclub. Maybe club's the wrong word, but it felt like drinking in like a golf country club kind of setting, but it's in downtown Atlanta. And he walks up and he's like,
in Atlanta.
Yeah. And in true Callen fashion, he's like, there's a lot of good looking women there around here. And I was like, something's weird though. And he's like, what? I'm like, there's a really hot girl over there. And she's like butt up against this really old guy. And then there's a lady over there that's watching all the young girls interact with the guys. And I'm like, I think that they're all hookers. He goes, you know what? I think you're right. And then he goes, all right, I'm out of here. So he left because at the time, I think he was married to his first wife. Now he's married with a baby and the second wife. But dude, Callen's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Because you can be a dick even if you're like a low rent headliner. Believe me, I've seen it before. But Michael Winslow comes to mind. He's a fucking dickhead, but he's the great guy.
Super noise guy from
Michael Winslow.
Police Academy.
Yeah, Michael Winslow won't talk to the opener. So as an opener, you want to go and say, hey, is there anything you want me to talk about? Is there any topics you don't want me to talk about? He's like, I don't talk to openers. Okay.
Fuck you then.
Say
I'm
no
gonna
more, fam.
Destroy out. I'm just gonna go out there and kill.
Just trying to get through the night. You
You're
know what I
gonna
mean?
follow me, motherfucker.
So I felt
Beat
bad for
you
anybody
up.
that opened up for him. But yeah,
Fucking Cankle is killing me.
Fankles, baby. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about Oasis.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, they're back together. They're gonna do hopefully some US
What's gonna happen if they get into a massive fight in that first show and cancel the fucking tour?
That would be so Oasis. I was listening to YouTube basically shows you what you might be interested in, and it was Bill Burr talking about British bands, and I thought he was just gonna shit on Oasis, and he's like kind of going through a bunch of different British bands. He's like, yeah, you know, they're okay, whatever. And then brother bands never stay together. And what's those fucking guys? And he starts talking about those two. And he's like, what I don't like about him, first of all, he's a fan of the music, like it or not. He's like,
I hate Bill Burr.
He's like, what I can't stand about him is that in interviews, they're funnier than some comedians. Like the shit that they just say off the cuff is funnier than some fucking comedians. Like I've been trying to do this for 20 fucking years. They're at an interview and they say some funny fucking shit. That's what and when they're both going off on each other, Liam's calling Noel a fat potato and like trolling.
So you stole that line when we were in Vegas.
That's where I got it from. Yeah. I'm not original.
I know you're not.
I repurpose. Yeah.
Repurpose.
But yeah, so they're back together. I think we're going to try to make a week of it. We're going to try to fly into either Dublin or fly into Paris and then kind of meander our way through, get down to Cardiff, Wales, go to the show, probably stay another day to shake off the hangover.
No, you're not. You're leaving your flight out. Tanya's going to have your flight out like 6 a.m. the next day.
I can't fly hungover and I can't do 6 hours.
That's all you do now.
No, baby, I drive.
You got to stop letting her fucking plan your trips, dude. You need a buffer zone. We're going to Savannah. So it's not like we're getting fucking tore up. We leave Monday.
You're going to get tore up.
Oh, yeah, we are. But we're leaving Monday. Krista immediately knows that I want to be on the first flight out. Our flight leaves at 6 a.m. We're in Savannah by 11. Buffalo, Detroit, Savannah, boom. We're in there by 11. Great. Monday, we fly home. She's like, we ain't getting up. There ain't no morning flight for us.
Yeah.
She booked us like a 7 o'clock flight home.
Perfect.
6:30. We'll be home by 11.
Yep.
I'm like, she goes, we're going to check out. We're going to leave our fucking bags at the hotel. We're going to go and have some lunch, have some drinks.
Yep.
Fucking get to the airport early, go have more drinks, have dinner at the airport.
Is there anything better than drinking in an airport?
No, man, it is the fucking best.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
It is.
Because you can strike up a conversation with somebody you'll never see again.
Yes.
And you're all shooting the shit. You're all laughing. And then they go, well, I got to catch my flight. And you go, see you later. No exchanging of information.
No, dude. Then you're Facebook friends.
Yeah, no need to try to meet up later. When we were in Nashville,
people you should know, and it just because you're mentioning their name, it pops up on your phone. You're like, I just drank beers with this motherfucker.
Yeah,
friend.
When we were in Nashville, Nashville's one of those places. Like Savannah's one of those places you can find some out of pocket bars, and you'll have the best time of your life. You know, don't go to the heavily touristy ones. You know, all these drunk people just. I mean, it's good to be a drunk person. I am a drunk person, but when you're in a heavily touristy area, it kind of blows. Yeah. You know, it takes forever to get a beer. It's all this kind of shit, right? Nashville.
Any bar with a line by the door, I'm walking right by.
Yeah. Nashville is one of those places where you just got to fucking join the masses, you know?
It was like when we went to Baltimore, when we went to Howl at the Moon.
Yeah.
Let's get in.
Yeah.
Stay here.
What I'm into, and typically you don't meet other people. You're there with your little group, and it is what it is. But man, every single bar we went into, we had the best time. I'm walking up the stairs in Nashville to this one bar, and it's Tanya, Kate, it's Adam, Tanya, Kate, me, and I feel this finger go right into my asshole. Not
you didn't
in.
Flinch.
No, I lean back in. I'm not fucking. It's not my first rodeo, and so I go, okay, I'm here with 3 other people, and I look up.
They're all ahead of me.
Yeah, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, me. I turn around, and it's like a 70-year-old lady.
Boop.
Like not a boop. Like in it, like playing rodeo, you know. So we get up to the top of the stairs, and I was like, "You have impeccably great aim." She's like, "I got more than that, baby." So
James.
yeah,
She does that move.
I gave her a kiss on the cheek. She was a nice lady. And then later on in the evening, I accidentally stole or I spilled some Red Bull vodka on her head, so I had to give her another kiss. But no, we bumped into like so many fun people. We're at a bar, and Tootsie's is kind of like 3 different levels. We'll go up to the top. There's not too many people there. Go to the middle. There's a bunch of people there. Go down to the bottom. We're getting ready to leave. And the band, every floor has live music. You would hate it. The band starts playing fucking Champagne Supernova. And Tanya's like, "Did you request this?" I'm like, "We just got down here. No, I did not request this." So I scream, "Who requested this?" And this guy goes, "Oh, I fucking did." So I go over to him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're right up in her marble mouth. You're like, "You're my best friend."
I go over to him. I'm like, "That's the best request for an Oasis, because everyone will play Wonderwall, everyone knows it, whatever, but nobody plays Champagne fucking Supernova,
It's
especially
the only other song everybody knows.
No, Don't Look
That
Back.
and Wonderwall are the only 2 songs people know.
Don't Look Back in Anger.
Never heard of it.
Live Forever. What?
Dude, that's great that you know all these songs and shit like that. It's like when you mention Metallica, the one song everybody knows is Enter Sandman. It's like if you're gonna request Oasis at a bar and you want people to know it, it's either Wonderwall or Champagne Supernova. That's the end of that list. You want to play one of the obscure songs that maybe one fucking random person from the UK has heard, then great.
It's not a random. It was like a number 1.
Champagne Supernova and Wonderwall are hits that most people that listen to top 40 music have heard. Don't Look Back in Anger. Never heard of that song in my life.
You're out of your mind.
If you play it right now, I'm going to slam my laptop shut. I don't need to listen to that shit. I'll look it up on my own when I want to kill myself.
You have heard it. I guarantee you've heard it. You just.
If I heard it on Kiss 98.5. Does it get radio play?
It did in like 1995 when it came out.
Irrelevant. Oasis is irrelevant.
Okay, Nookie. So anyways,
I love Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. So the guy's like, "I met Liam Gallagher once." I'm like, "Bullshit." So he takes out his phone and he starts showing me pictures of him with Liam Gallagher. So I was like, "I'm taking a picture of your phone and I'm putting 'What a Life' because Daryl will hate it." But yeah, let's get into this.
Whatever. What a life.
What a life.
Shut up, Adam. Fucking twat.
All right. So
While you're looking, I'm going to get more wine. Apparently, this wine is fucking delicious.
Hang on. I got to do an authentication code. Come on.
Oh.
Come on, Facebook. Okay. Login code is 416-716 Buffalo. Okay. When you get back to the computer, one thing I want to talk about is pandering. And when Kamala Harris was like campaigning, if she's talking to Jewish people, she's talking kind of with a Jewish accent. "Oh, it's cold." She's talking to black people. She's talking, and I just want you to close your eyes and listen to how she campaigned talking to black people. So tell me when your eyes are closed. So this is Kamala Harris.
Is this when she used like 16 different accents every time she was somewhere different?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because she's awesome. I mean, I can't wait for her to be president.
And to me, it's if you believe that shit, you're out of your mind. I don't care who you vote for.
That doesn't mean, you know how many people are fucking believing her shit? It's insanity.
Yeah.
What a cunt she is.
We live in a society where you're allowed to vote for whoever you want, whether you're retarded or not. And that's fine. However, I want you to
shut up, Adam. Suck a dick.
So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to listen to how Kamala Harris talked to black people.
Eyes are closed.
Eyes are closed.
Okay. I'm gonna lean into my microphone and try to hear better because I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay, so this is Kamala Harris talking to black people. Volume on.
Made a video about Judy Garland's performance, and everybody
Voice
sang.
got
Where the corn and potatoes used to grow, there's great big elegant pictures showing.
Okay, now you can
my
look.
old Kentucky home is a French chateau. Way down south in Dixie.
It's Judy Garland in blackface.
Throughout the late 1930s,
It looked like fucking buckwheat. It looked like buckwheat and drag.
No, hang on. I got the right one.
Am I supposed to close my eyes again?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God. My eyes are starting to water.
No, sorry. This is Kamala Harris talking to black people.
Volume?
The strippers, man.
Oh, Brandon.
What?
No strippers.
No, many strippers, bro. No strippers. What you talking about, freaky woman?
How did you?
Freaky woman.
What you laughing at, man?
All right, honey.
Who are you? What you laughing at over there?
Did you buy anything else in Dubai?
Did I buy anything else? I buy like billions of strippers, man.
There's no difference between those two videos and how Kamala Harris talks to black people. Trump's like, she says she's Indian her whole life. Now all of a sudden she's black, and that's okay. Like, yeah, I think Trump dropped a little bit of bag on. Thank you, Adam, for appreciating Oasis. Trump dropped the bag a little bit on the old debate, but you know, whatever, it's gonna happen.
I think she had a plan, and I was
attack his ego.
It sucks because at the gym when I'm on the bike, I'm in front of the TVs, and they have like Fox and shit on, and CNN, and then the local news, and then in one corner they try to put Sports Center up there, but all I'm seeing is her fucking pig face go back and forth, and I'm watching people talk about politics, and I fucking hate politics. It sucks. But I did say one guy said her plan was to bait him, and and he took the bait every time because his ego won't let him not. And I told you this, we're fucked, because if Trump took his foot off the gas about talking shit about her, answered questions, talked about policies, said what he's going to do for the country, he would have buried her. Buried her. But no, she says something, he fucking attacks her personality or whatever. And I'm like, dude, we know. We all know she's a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But the women are like, oh my God, our first female president, we need her. You don't need her. There's going to be another choice coming somewhere down the line.
They had Tulsi Gabbard.
Yes, but you have her. She's like, I can't wait to get in, and on day one, I'm going to fix everything. I thought you said everything's fucking fine now. And if it's not fucking fine, you're the vice president. Why don't you fix it now? You dumb fucking cunt.
He had a good line where he's like, "Go, let's leave the debate right now. Let's go to the White House. We'll get Joe out of bed at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
and let's close the border." Like, he had some good lines, but
like, everything like Trump wanted to do, they said no. Then they did it and said, "What a great idea it is."
Yeah. The no tax on tips.
Yeah.
Trump said that like 4 weeks before she did.
Yeah.
She's basically like taking a test and like, oh yeah, that's a good one.
And now was it Channel 4 ran a story saying that she was wearing regular Tiffany earrings and not those Nova H1 earrings.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Whoever saw that and picked that out,
solid.
Eagle eye.
Yeah.
And you got to know there's some of these people that live in a basement and got 84 screens or on the dark web and are just watching for shit like this.
Well, nowadays you can actually take a picture of a video and use Google Lens, and it brings up the product.
That's the new phone I was looking at getting a Pixel 9 or Note or whatever.
It's pretty
whatever. You take a picture and you circle something on it, and it fucking boom. That's what I want. And it's all there.
Live in the future. That's pretty crazy.
And I got this Gemini thing on my phone. The last update my phone did. I got
Gemini.
some Gemini thing, which I think is part of that AI bullshit. But every time it pops up, I hate it that it's attached to fucking Facebook. So every time I go to search something, all of a sudden it's like, oh, Meta AI. I'm like, fucking delete. And then I got a Facebook message. Oh, you were no, I wasn't. I hit the button by accident because it's in the fucking way and I don't want it.
I will tell you
There's no
this.
way to get rid of it.
Anyone that's listening that ever wants to send me something, don't send me anything on Facebook Messenger. I'm
Dude, you're
never on
missing.
it.
I know you're missing out a fucking great golf thread, dude.
Oh, really? So
With
I gotta
our golf
go
team and
actively find
Epstein.
it. Yeah,
It's
yeah. I gotta
funny
go.
as fuck.
I'll go find it. But like, you can't pin conversations. But like, I manage like 70 business pages, and they all get messages and like AI bots saying you're in violation of this. You got to click on this link and give us your password. Like, there's a lot of fucking squirrely shit.
I just noticed the other day I got a notification. I'm like, okay, somebody commented on something. I was trying to buy football helmets. I'm like, maybe it's this dude getting back to me. I click on it. Okay, somebody liked my comment. Okay, whatever. Like 2 things down, there's a fucking ad now in my notifications.
Yeah.
I can't get fucking rid of them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, some page will show up on my Facebook page. I'm like, I don't want to see this. Hit the X. And the next thing you know, there's 84 fucking pages behind it. I can't get out of it. I'm like, oh, go to your settings and you can eliminate all that shit. No, you can't. It just makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucking
you can't
hate
get away from
Facebook right now. I really do. I need it for my fucking business. And I need it to talk shit.
Yeah.
I got to get back on Twitter. I got to create a new email address and come up with a fake name. I got to get back on Twitter. Yeah. I mean, that's what I did the first time because I was on Twitter for 16 years before I got booted. 14 before I got kicked off 2 years ago. Such a good shit talker, though. Fuck, it's so
you
much
are really
fun,
good
dude.
at it. Yeah, you are really good at it.
So here, this is what I sent to my daughter today. We're me and Krista and her in a group chat, and like, hey, she's like, our ARE game might start earlier. JV's getting cooked. Apparently, that's the new kid's word for getting your ass kicked is getting cooked.
I'm cool with it.
Chris is like, okay, kid. I'm like, asterisk OUR.
Yeah.
Our. And she's like, sorry, I'm trying to type without looking. Blah, 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 blah. So her team gets fucking dusted today. So I text Kristen and Aubrey. I'm like, so Alden put JV and varsity in the oven and set that bitch at 400 degrees for 2 hours and cooked y'all. I fucking couldn't stop laughing about it.
Yeah.
Neither one of them responded. Ob saw it. She looked up at me and looked right back at her phone. I'm like, you fucking bitch. Dude, it was such a fucking great burn.
When you burn someone and they don't give you any credit for it.
Dude, I know it makes me angrier.
It does suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this thing, so the fat lady in our little backboard thing. This I thought was pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, between Kamala and Trump there. I asked. So
yeah, so this lady with a PhD in math won the scratch off lottery 4 times by figuring out the algorithm used to produce the tickets. Like that's pretty awesome.
I'm
My
not
question
sure
is,
how much okay.
How do you figure out the algorithm without buying all the fucking tickets?
Dude, it's different every time.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe every
it has to be. It has to be. They can't be that dumb. I wish I worked at a printing factory that made the quick draw tickets.
Yeah.
The Take 5 and everything. We printed those for all the fucking states. And then we printed the receipt paper that had the invisible watermark on it. So it was just blank sheets. That's all it was. I mean, okay, we made the quick draw tickets that you have to go to the bar and fill out.
Yeah, manually
we can't, stealing one of those isn't going to do a shit. You know?
Right.
Whatever. I really wished we made scratch off tickets, but I know that shit is locked down under high security. And I would have loved to know. I just want to know how they're made. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe I got to go back and look at all the how it's made episodes, see if they have scratch off ones.
I wonder if they do. The weird thing is,
what's the scratch off shit made out of? How do they lay it down on the fucking thing so it's perfectly square? Well, how? I don't get it.
Well, they use this technology called XY positioning, which is pretty cool for printing. Which is
axis and Y axis.
Yeah. There's a whole thing for it, which is crazy. So like if you're ever even using like a video game poker thing and it's off, the XY positioning is off based on the touch. So they have to go in and like recalibrate the XY positioning mechanism or whatever. I'm just using words at this point.
Yeah, I know sometimes with like when setting up your PlayStation controllers and shit, you have to sit at a certain distance away from your PlayStation TV, and then you got to rotate it and do certain shit, and then it'll calibrate the fucking thing. So
Yeah,
some of those like driving games, you hold on the controller and you kind of just steer. And I'm like, fuck, dude. We're in the
dude, we do live in the future. Yeah, it is kind of crazy at this point.
Oops.
The fact that you can take a picture of something, you can take a screenshot of something and then circle it, and then it's like, hey, this is the shirt. It's like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, this is like I said, I'm due for a new phone. I told Chris, I'm like, I kind of want to get one before we go to fucking Savannah because I don't want to walk around with a fucking power pack to charge my phone because this thing won't stay charged. I have it plugged in right now.
Yeah. It's my iPhone has surprisingly lasted a while. I think I got it 4 years ago or something like that. And
iPhones, and I hate iPhones and everything, but it seems like they do whatever they do with the battery is another level better than Androids.
But
iPhone's got so much more shit running on it.
They got caught though. So right around the time that new iPhones were coming out, this is like 5 or 6 years ago, they magically, right when a new iPhone's coming out, your phone wouldn't keep a charge.
Oh, cute.
Because they don't have batteries you can just go and swap out.
No, not like back in the day when you used to take the Nokias.
Yeah.
You could charge a battery.
Yeah.
And you could charge your phone battery, and then you keep the one in the back, and you would take them out during a concert or wherever the fuck you were, and boom, you're good to go for another 14 hours.
No. iPhone was like, how do we get these idiots to go buy another phone?
I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah. And so they got sued for that.
I love it. Like, I don't know how I can change it, but now I just got a message the other day, a security update. There's some new updates coming to my phone. But when I was off for my shoulder, I was living normal people hours. So I had it set for like 3:11 in the morning just to go. So tonight, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, my phone's going to go through an update. Every time it does this, I go to my apps, I scroll up, and I got like 7 pages of apps or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I go right to the end, and there's like 4 or 5 new fucking games downloaded.
Yep.
Uninstall. I'm like, who's giving you permission to do this?
You click the user agreement.
Yeah, fuck off. I mean, you just keep changing. You just keep moving the goalposts with that.
Have you seen the I think it was the documentary with South Park called 6 Days to Air. It's one of the greatest.
We talked about this before, yeah.
It's all based on the iTunes user agreement stuff. And so Trey Parker's walking around and he's like, I had to go in and like re-accept this user agreement stuff, but I didn't read it. I just accepted it.
Nobody reads it.
And he's like, well, what if it gets like to some weird shit, like human centipede type stuff? And so they made doing that to that, which is like totally South Park, you know? Yeah. But yeah, you never know what you're fucking signing up for. It's just, it is what it is, you know, just fuck it.
You almost want to just say, hey, I have a lawyer friend. Yo, whatever your hourly rate is, give me a deal. Read through this and see if there's any complete and utter bullshit in here.
It's all
there has to be, but there has to be some way somebody can say, yo, this is wrong.
But
you have
what are
to
you gonna
stop doing this. File a class action lawsuit against them.
But you can either do it or not. Just like with Facebook, everyone's like copy and paste bullshit. Yeah. Like, you know, I don't give Facebook yes, you do. You get Facebook for free and they sell your data.
Yeah.
Like Facebook isn't the commodity. It's user data. That's a commodity. That's what they get.
That's all they want.
Now, if you want to post on Facebook, you're going to have to fucking sign the agreement. If you don't sign the agreement, you don't post on Facebook.
I will say this. I don't know if Facebook heard me bitch about this via the podcast or speaking to somebody, but they did change some shit. I have a rap sheet that is 3 scrolling pages long of all the bands that I've gotten. Normally, the other day I called Adam a cunt on Facebook. He said something and I replied, haha, blah, 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 blah. You're a fucking cunt. And no more hit the send button. I got a notification saying, hey, this may go against community standards.
I do agree.
Do you want to send this or do you want to delete it or update it?
I do like that.
I am very happy now that they stop instantly banning you and give you that's the way Twitter used to be.
Yeah.
back in the day. They would say, hey, man, that is a little bit over the top. Maybe think about rewording this.
Shave
Delete,
the edges
start
off a
over
little bit.
again, or,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
change a word or two. And then,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And it goes through and it's fine.
Mhm.
Now, Facebook started to do that, which I appreciate because all the times that I get those, which isn't a lot anymore, but dude, I'd be facing, I'm at the point now where a violation is at least a 30-day ban, if not
Right,
more.
right.
And that's why I was so pissed off at Twitter when I made that fucking comment and I got kicked off of Twitter. I'm like, I was on here for 14 years, never had a strike, ever. This is it? You boot me forever? I'm like, come on, man.
Well, did you see the press release that Zuckerberg put out? I think like 2 weeks ago.
That was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. He's just like, we fucked up. We thought we were doing the right thing. We trusted the government. Now we're not doing it, But
Yeah, he's like, they pressured us to
Yeah.
suppress this shit. I'm like, you don't think the conspiracy theorists are going to take that as a win? When it's not just conspiracy theorists, people thinking that. We all fucking knew it.
100%.
We all knew it.
Dude, when I shared the Hunter Biden Halloween costume, the fake thing, I got banned for 30 days off of Facebook, and I couldn't market, and I was running ads for companies, and I
Yeah.
couldn't get into those either.
That just showed up in a Facebook memory or something. Something I was searching on my profile for a post or whatever. I was trying to dig something up. And I came up with that. And it was the same thing. I'm like, for all you guys sharing and it was like, I couldn't even spell Hunter. I had to use asterisk and shit. Biden costume. I'm like, good luck, because everybody's catching an instant 30-day ban for
And
this.
it was going into election season for primaries for local elections.
Yep.
And anyone that shared that obviously wasn't Team Biden or Team Democrat. They were more leaning Republican.
Bang.
And they just got fucking 30-day bans.
Yeah.
Which happened to take you past the election cycle.
Yeah. Yep. They timed that shit perfectly.
And I swear to God, I bet you the tinfoil hat time, I bet you they being Big Brother, the government, saw somebody post that and said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use Facebook to analyze that image. And then anyone that shares it is going to get this rolling 30-day ban.
Yeah.
And that it didn't fuck me up because the ads didn't stop that I was running. And I don't typically do a lot of alterations on ads, but let's say that one of my clients wanted me to stop spending money on Facebook. There was no way for me to go and do it.
Yeah.
So I had to go build this whole other way to go and do things, paying other people and stuff like that to be inside of these marketing campaigns, just in case I call you an idiot. And then you say, well, idiot goes against, company standards or whatever. And then they fucking flag me on that shit. Yeah. It's nuts, man. When social media came out, especially like the MySpace days,
those were the days, though.
that was a way to talk to your friends the way that you talk to your friends. Now, if me and you,
Tom actually cared about us.
yeah.
Zuckerberg does not.
No. Oh my God.
I thought Elon did. With your fucking massive muscle fucking rip your.
It's a fucking $40 shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You overpaid $37 for a fucking black long sleeve shirt.
It was made in India, so at least it wasn't child labor. But if they were gay, they were thrown off a roof, What do? You make garments? Gay. Throw them off a roof.
I shared a meme once, and it was something about Christmas music too early, and there was a guy with his head back shaking Tabasco sauce into his eye.
Yeah.
I caught a 30-day ban for that. 6 months later, everybody's sharing it.
Yeah.
About something else. And I'm like, I'm messaging them through Facebook Messenger going, because I didn't dare comment on it.
Sure.
I'm like, hey, and I'm screenshotting. I got messages from Facebook asking if I was suicidal, asking if I needed help. And they're like, here's places you can call for help. I'm like, it's a fucking meme. There's no reason we should be playing Christmas music in September and October.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. And
those
sharing it. I'm like, you're going to catch a ban. And it never happened. It was all of a sudden it was okay. I'm like, so I'm taking it's me. I'm that much of a repeat offender that I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I think hilarious online.
Yeah, you're hilarious in
I
person.
just went to a longtime friend's Facebook account. I'm not friends with her anymore. And
Mm,
I can't search her. So she unfriended me and blocked me.
nice.
And I was talking to somebody at work the other day. I'm going, I didn't say anything. I have no ill will towards this person at all.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm like, part of me wishes, and you've seen the memes, that you'd get notified when somebody unfriends you and blocks you.
mhm.
And I wish they would give you a fucking survey and ask why. So I could come back, I could see that because I'm going to make fun of you. Anybody that
Yeah.
sends me a Facebook request, and I don't send friend requests out.
Yeah,
I
very
receive
rarely
them.
do I.
Yes, very rare. So you know what you're getting. If you see me comment on your friends' fucking posts all the time, shitting on them, having fun, everybody's laughing, calling names, telling funny jokes, whatever, you know what you're getting. And
Yeah.
then you send me a friend request. I'm like, oh, dude, all right, that person's
Well,
cool.
this is
Click.
this
Like-
is the problem with where we've gone. Let's even call it over the last 10 years. We've gone to like all of my friends are jackals. The only one that wasn't really a jackal was Herb, I think. Herb tried to connect on an emotional level with me,
Yeah.
anyways. He'd have inside jokes, he'd have dad jokes, and then he'd send me fucking Cat Stevens, father and son, when he was, drinking and missing his dad, and then I'd fucking drink and miss my dad, you know. But most of our friends are shit talkers. Those are the best kind of friends to have. And for Facebook to kind of go, and for social media to kind of go,
you can't do that.
you can't do that. It's like, well, why can't we have a setup to say, I send you not a friend request because we're already friends, but I want to send you a language deal where I can call you anything I want. You can call me anything I want. And then we accept, and then it can't be flagged because it doesn't go against community standards because we're forming our own community.
That's not what happens though. That's
No.
fine if you and I call each other fucking, hairless cunts and whatever all the time. It's the fact that other people can see it and those people get offended. And like I've said 100 times, I'm not tiptoeing around your fucking triggers. Your triggers are your responsibility. I don't give a fuck about you.
I've gotten
really
into problems with this with people I genuinely love, like my sister. Like I say things that I think are funny. And if you don't think it's funny, that's okay. But like to me, words don't hurt. Words can't hurt you because they're just words. And if you're always in pursuit of the joke or always in pursuit of trying to make someone laugh, even if you're being fucking to me, sometimes it's like I'm a character that says these things, but I don't necessarily believe these things. Because if I did, I wouldn't have a family, kids, friends. The things I say to Ortez and Jerian, like, it's uncomfortable. I mean, but
I
like
miss those assholes.
Yeah, me too. I saw Jerian a couple weeks ago, a few times.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. Yeah,
good.
He's got a job now at the VA. He's doing good. But and that's the problem. That's why he can't be here because he's just fucking busy. But yeah, and he started a company as well. So he's
oh no shit.
Yeah, he's been doing like a lot of like house washing and around here.
Oh.
I've never seen like mold on houses.
I got a friend that's got some in her house, and I got to figure out. I got to get I've always wanted to buy a pressure washer. I'm like, I should just buy a cheap one and I got to go over and do her house up.
Yeah. So you drop a little bit of bleach in it, and then you just fucking hammer it, and it's great. But yeah, he started that too, so he's doing good. But man, we did karaoke.
Did he hire you to do his webpage?
No,
yeah.
no. I don't want to work with friends. I'm good. I don't need friend money. But we did karaoke, and I know the girl that does the karaoke. She's a sweetheart. Go ahead.
Did you roll around on the stage on your back? Interpretive singing. You called it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wondering.
I'm a performer. I gotta fucking dance, baby. So
okay, Lady Gaga.
Cindy comes up to me. She runs karaoke, and she's like, "Hey, no one's really singing. There's a bunch of people here. Just do something." And I was like, "All right, Jerian, we're gonna do End of the Road, Boys to Men." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna do that." So she calls us up, and so just to picture it, there's a stage-ish type thing, step down to the main floor, and then there's pool tables. There's 2 different pool tables, right? And it's pool league night, I think. So there's people playing pool. We start singing, "We belong together," you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I go down on the stage and just start dry humping some dude at the pool table who has no idea who I am.
You're
And,
lucky you didn't get shanked.
yeah. And so I'm singing to the song. I know the fucking words backwards and forwards. You know, it's one of the best songs ever written. And I look back waiting for Jerry to fucking chime in. At least be the fucking, "Baby, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for all the." Just be that guy, you know? I'll do Wanye, baby. I'll be Sean Stockman. Don't give a fuck. Or the other black guy. And I look over and he's laying on the ground laughing so hard. And there's cell phones out. Everyone's recording us. And I'm just like dry humping this dude at the pool table. And after we get done, I go to the guy. I'm like, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my fucking life." So it's all good. Yeah. So that's the last big night where Jerry and I hung out. And dude, for some fucking, and it's the Vinny effect. You go to a bar enough, you know the bartenders, you know all the regulars, and then drinks just start fucking coming your way.
Yeah.
And we're men. You can't turn down a fucking drink. You know? If someone goes, "Hey, what shot do you want?" You can't go, "I'm not going to do a shot." You can't say that.
Yeah.
You do the most low rent shot that you can think of if you don't want to get fucking hammered.
Yeah, and you don't just fucking say, you know, "I'll do a shot of Deep Eddy" or whatever. You don't go hard, you know, but you got to find that middle ground where it's like, "Hey, I'm not a pussy. Let's just do this because, you know, I've been drinking and a lot, and if I do 84 of these shots, then bad things are gonna happen."
Yeah, I did race some of the shots home. Like, you know, when you
Like what happened to me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you're just like, I have 35 minutes before these guys hit,
Yeah.
and it's not
I
going
need to go
good.
now.
But man, we had a great time. I don't know that I'll see Ortez tomorrow.
He's got a lot of soccer, I think he said.
Yeah, we got to drive to St. Charles tomorrow, which is a beautiful town. And guess who lives in St. Charles? Daryl fucking Strawberry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a preacher in St. Charles, Missouri. And his friend owns a bar, which is kind of fucking weird because he's sober now.
So you can have friends that
Sam Malone did it.
Yeah.
He was sober. But yeah, same thing. But Max is not feeling that well. Karl Malone? You know, Karl Malone had sex with a 13-year-old when he was like 22?
Allegedly. Yeah. That was
he finally admitted it.
That was a weird story.
Yeah. Weird. We'll get out of here, but we do have Tua up there. What are your thoughts on Tua?
Retire, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want you to retire because I want you to fist the Bills eventually. Deeply. But at this point, dude, you gotta stop.
It's never the hit. It's always the recoil when he falls backwards. And
this one was 110% his fault.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You had the first down, dude. You're inside the 10-yard line. You're driving. Just slide.
Yeah. Why don't you?
That extra 3 yards ain't doing you any good or any bad at that point. You had the first down. Just go down. Hamlin had his feet planted. He never moved.
Yeah.
If you go to slide,
ran into him. Yeah.
If you go to slide, you're going to slide right into him. He's going to tap you.
Maybe get another 15 out of it if Hamlin would have just fucking accidentally fell on it.
Yeah, but you're not. He's going to hit. He's going to touch you. You're down.
First of all, if you're DeMar Hamlin, are you going to be that comfortable with people running into your chest?
No. And then he just fucking it almost looked like he tripped a little.
Yeah.
His foot slipped on one of those steps. I mean, he definitely wasn't sliding, but he put his head right into DeMar's chest. And I'm like, this could be the funniest, most ironic thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have one of those protective head bubbles over my heart, you know, like the fucking Mark Kelso helmet. Yeah. I'd wear that. Yeah, I think he needs to bounce.
I think it's people, and I mean, you see it across the league. I mean, even watching SportsCenter this morning, all the messages and tweets, I really think was like, dude, honestly, you're young. Just stop.
And he's going to have to void the $200 million contract that he signed.
I mentioned that today because that's what I thought too. But somebody posted a whole bunch of facts that backed up what can or can't happen about the money. So he's getting paid a big chunk for this year. And
that's his contract. There'll probably be an injury settlement.
Yeah.
Based on the remaining years and stuff like that. But he's got fuck you money.
Yeah. Okay.
And from all accounts, he's a good dude too.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, let me read these quick to you. Dude, I don't get it with Facebook. If you post a video and I comment on it, and then you reply to me, when I go to my notifications and click on that to reply to you, it takes me to the most random fucking video ever. It doesn't take me to the video that you posted. I go somewhere completely different.
Oh, for me to share an Instagram thing with you, I got to copy the link, then text you the link. I can't just hit share and then text it to you. Because you'd be like, why am I looking at fucking Made in America with Matthew McConaughey? I'm like, what? Great movie, by the way. J-Lo.
Okay. While a full recovery is the only real focus here, in response to questions regarding Tua's contract, the deal includes $160 million guaranteed for injury, 43 of which has been paid in 2024.
Okay.
If he's medically cleared to return to football, but opts to retire, he will forgo the remaining $124 million guaranteed, barring a custom settlement, is in quotes.
Yeah.
If he's medically forced into retirement, he has a right to collect the $124 million that remains. One more.
Yeah, good.
The other side of this equation gets a little tougher. If Tua is able to pass a physical next March, the Dolphins will have the ability to release him with only $50 million of 2025 compensation on the hook. Tua's 2026 compensation is $54 million, becomes fully guaranteed on March 14th. A post 6-1 release date prior to this means 83.6 of dead cap space across 25-26.
Damn.
And that's the thing is, I know the Mafia wants him to retire, and I know why they want him to retire, and you're not going to convince me anything different because he's the one that could do damage. That team is the one that can threaten the Bills' fucking crown.
No, he flounders in big games.
I'm doing what the new phrase is. I'm standing on business. Tua is the biggest threat to overthrow the fucking Bills in the AFC East right now. End of story. The Patriots are the Patriots. They're going to win some fluky games. They're not going to put any pressure on the Jets.
They're done.
I don't know about that. They lost
Aaron Rodgers
one game.
He can't move.
They lost one game. It's week 2.
It's early.
Whatever. It's very early, and I screenshot every motherfucker that's like, if this game tells you anything, it tells you the Bills still run the East. I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about this in 4 months when things get tight or whatever. Anyhow, the Mafia wants him to retire because he's a threat, and I get it.
I want him to retire.
Any normal person
it's foolish to keep playing football when your head's made of jello.
Yes, and that's the thing. As a person, as a human, dude, you're young, you got the money, you're set for life. Let this play out. Get whatever cash you can from the Dolphins. I imagine there's probably going to be. They'll probably find a middle and say, hey, we'll meet you in the middle, give you half of what's left or whatever, retire, raise a family, have a normal life, maybe get into broadcasting, maybe step into a coach, get out of the physicality of football.
Yeah, he can't handle
or your health.
Yeah. And you know, we saw it in like the 80s, 90s, you know, one dude gets a concussion on a big hit. Joe Montana gets fucking clocked, right? And then 3 weeks later, he's back, and he'd start the next week. But like the next time someone even touches his helmet, you're back into a concussion. Like your brain
it never recovers
like
from
a fucking sore muscle.
No,
you know,
I got one back in the 90s at work when I was working at Steuben. Walking through a warehouse, me and this dude were walking back from lunch, and I stepped into a little bit of hydraulic fluid in my dress shoes, which are nothing, and I slipped. Feet were over my head, and I fucking landed on my back, and my head smacked the concrete.
Yep.
And I was like, shook it off. I'm like, whatever. And he was laughing. I'm like, he's like, dude, you all right? I'm like, is there any blood? No, all right, I'm good. And then like later that day, I couldn't stand in the lights. It was a battle to drive home.
Yep.
And you just that headache. It didn't matter how much aspirin. It was just there for days.
I hit somebody so hard one time I couldn't see color for about
couldn't hear color.
Yeah, I see color now, especially when I'm driving. But no, I hit somebody so hard that I was seeing in black and white, and I don't think that was even a concussion. But I've been hospitalized for concussions. I'm really good at hitting my head, especially when I was a kid.
Yeah,
but
I had that one, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah,
I might have got another one. I remember back in the day playing hockey. I was wearing a non-regulated hockey mask.
That'll do it.
And I caught a slap shot right into my eye, and I was out before I hit the fucking ice.
Yeah.
I wake up to the fucking ref standing over me. The other team's trying to wake me up. And one dude's squirting water in my face. They're like, dude, you're right. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, you've been out for like 5 minutes.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
That was fucking laying there on my back.
But this dude, when he goes out, he's like throwing up fucking gang signs, and you're like, okay.
I mean, this time it didn't look. I mean, he got back. I mean, you could tell he reached for his head.
But it's never the initial hit. It's always the way his like recoil. Like maybe if he comes back, give him like a Daryl Johnson type fucking neck roll, like he's a fullback in 1997. Yeah. Maybe do that. I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, but goddamn, like if. And I posted this yesterday on Facebook. Like he just needs to be done. Like, and it's not. I think he's got a big game floundering issue. This is why he's never really been dominant against playoff teams. Like I think he gets too much in his own head, and he just doesn't have that thing, and that's fine. I think he's a great player.
Yeah,
and
I've heard nothing but good things about him as a person.
And how good is that fucking coaching staff for Miami? Like, dude. The way that they scheme offense against the defense, I think Mike McDaniel is probably, other than Andy Reid, and I would probably put him a little bit under Kyle Shanahan at this point. But the way he fucking schemes offense, you're fucked.
Everybody, the mafia. God, I hate the fucking mafia. I hate uneducated sports fans. I really do. They're talking about McDaniel like they're like, how is this guy a fucking coach? He doesn't talk like this. He doesn't do this. I'm like, he is a fucking brilliant mind. I wish more coaches were like him. Like, but he wears capris. Who fucking cares?
Oh,
this
dude.
isn't the 80s where you have to wear a fucking seersucker suit on the sidelines anymore. Wear what you fucking want. Be comfortable. And the dude is smart as fuck.
Dude, I saw this today, and a
lot of it is because I'm going right back to what the Bills fans are fucking deep down. They're scared of him.
I don't know. I'm scared of him because I think he's fucking great. But so check this out. This is Belichick. I love Bill Belichick. I love him. It's a little small. I'll see if I can expand it. Can I fucking zoom? How do I zoom in? Zoom in. And zoom in
and enhance
and zoom in but you'll get it from the audio.
Okay.
He's talking. This is Patriots playing against Peyton Manning. There's 49 seconds to go in the game, and they'd already
Colts are in white.
Yeah, Colts are in white. It's not letting me expand it. So
Colts are down by 3. They have the ball on the 18-yard line, so easily in field goal range, going for the score to win. And McGinnis sacks Manning. So great sack.
That'd be an 18,000-yard penalty.
40-yard line, 30-yard line, make it a 46, 47-yard field goal. And so we took a timeout to ice the kicker. There's Vanderjet lining up for the kick with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Well within his range, and we take the timeout to ice the kicker.
Okay. So this is where Belichick is playing chess, not checkers. Okay. Ice the kicker. Every coach does it. We get it, right?
Yep.
There it is. So this is something that we'd worked on in the offseason was the second timeout. So
a second timeout is illegal. You don't get a second timeout.
Yeah. If you call it, it's a penalty.
After this game, it was.
Oh, okay.
This is Coach Seeley, a special teams coach, myself there talking on the sideline, and Mike Vrabel, you see right here, calls a fake timeout. we weren't allowed to call a timeout. So this is a fake timeout to distract the kicker and think the kicker would slow down or stop or lose his timing or whatever, thinking there was timeout, but there really wasn't a timeout. So when Vrabel puts up the timeout signal, you see we don't react to it at all, and we rush the kick, and Vanderjet misses. And a couple days later, here's what we have. We have a new rule about charged team timeouts and now unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. So then it became a 15-yard. Like, I appreciate genius when you're all trying to play against the same rules. And what I forgot who it was. I think it was Chad Johnson said, you guys had
Cinco.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco. You guys had a very thin line between you and the rules. And he was trying to say it nicely, but if the rules are open for interpretation in any way, shape, or form, Belichick knew every gray fucking area there.
Exploit the shit out of it.
Mike McDaniel knows every possible way to send motion this way, pull a guy that way. You're doing these redirect fucking sweeps and stuff like that that are just fucking mind numbing. And as a fan watching against him last night, you're texting me like, "Oh, they're done. I'm like, I'm still nervous because I know how fucking smart that guy is.
Trying to fucking reverse jinx that shit.
Yeah, but like, I appreciate fucking intelligence and that shit.
You want to know something I didn't really know until the Chiefs game last week?
You're gay.
Is that the coach is the only one that can call timeout?
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, because their assistant coach came running down the sideline screaming for a timeout, and it got granted. But what the camera didn't show was Andrew Reid standing right next to the
Already doing it.
Already doing it.
So maybe it's captains and coaches, and that's it.
Well, that's the thing is like, can a quarterback? I mean, I've seen fucking Brady and Manning and Breeze do this all the time. They're in a formation, they're looking, all of a sudden they just look over and they're like, and they walk away, and the fucking whistle goes. I'm like, can players on the field call it?
I think captains and coaches can. Captain and head coach.
So the captain always has to be the quarterback. You have to have one of your
Usually
captains
it
has to be a
is.
quarterback.
Yeah. That's
because
weird.
He's looking around. Yeah. And then and remember, because the internet, the Chiefs are cheating again. Oh my God. Guys, just let it go. That the Chiefs are fucking the bee's knees right now. They are at the top of the mountain. They've repeated.
I think they're going to
it's going to be tough to beat them again.
Yeah. Yeah. What I loved about the old school Patriots too, and this is Brady and Belichick scheming against each other, when the defense would be trying to make a change, Brady's in hurry up, and he just snapped the ball and then just point to the dude that's still, he's trying to get off the field, but he's like dead tired. Yeah. And it's 12 men. It's 12. Like, that's the stuff that I fucking nerd out on, and I appreciate so much. Like, I love Bill Belichick. I think he's the greatest coach of all time. And then you see some of these younger guys. I think I posted the other day, like maybe during the Chiefs game last year, like Andy Reid is the Bill Belichick of offense.
Yeah.
Like, you can scheme, you can, hey, they're going to try to do this, whatever. It's so atypical from one game to the next what they do.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even go against him? Mike McDaniel's the same way. I think the Dolphins coaching staff is probably the best in the league, and they have great players, but they just tend to flounder during big games. Yeah. And you know, for the sake of Tua, and I don't give a fuck if Tua plays or not. I who cares? Like,
as a person, as a human, I want him to retire.
Yeah,
and be healthy.
Yeah, because it makes no sense, man. Like, you know, if he was making like what Purdy makes in San Francisco, then fuck, man, knuckle up and try to fucking stay in it for another 3 years or whatever.
He's been in the league what?
5? Yeah,
I think because Allen, this is his 7th year.
Yeah, so he had a 4-year contract renegotiated for another 5 for $200 million. So
about 5.
he's gotten paid twice. I mean, so he probably has $150 million in the bank right now as we sit. That's enough, man.
Yeah,
that's enough. Sunset it, dude.
You know, you're gonna get a chunk out of this too. So
yeah. All right, we'll bounce out. We'll come back and
maybe actually get into something. I don't know.
We did. We stayed on topic.
We touched. I don't know if we stayed on topic.
That was pretty good.
Captain Tangent.
I got to everything on the list
on the screen,
other than Trump's cats.
Yeah.
But
But,
they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
So yeah, make sure we have to come back with a new background for next show.
I did not do that.
Oh no, it's just gonna stay there. Okay.
No, I'm gonna change it.
Oh yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'll go back to the old one. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah. See?
I'm gonna
Come back now. See?
I'm gonna
Stupid dame.
take another piss, and my wine. This wine is so good.
Yeah, I might go get a glass of wine and a couple beers and just call it that.
I
We're out of
haven't had
bourbon.
beer here in like months. The last time I had beer was when we came back from golf.
You're slim and trim, dude. Look at you.
That's not that, but I
Fucking
don't know,
ripped, dude.
man. I like drinking beer at Vinny's on Fridays, but I'm not coming home and having deep eddy and water. I like drinking wine.
I don't typically drink beer at
Margarita.
home unless we're doing a podcast. So if I'm at home and I'm drinking,
The only reason I like drinking beer during podcasts is because it's easy.
Yeah.
Fridge, done.
Yeah.
I hate making fucking mixed drinks. At least wine, I just throw a couple ice cubes in my thing. I got the wine in the freezer, fill it up, and we're good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in 15-ish.
Yeah. Well, let's poop together.
Ooh.